won't be
I see.
ready yet. She gotta start somewhere, I guess. If I had the mic on, we could mute.
Look at me.
Huh?
I don't think anybody heard it.
I didn't. I'm thinking about not using this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, headphones all the way up, and the headphones up there. Mic all the way up. Wait. So, tonight we're just talking about some things. We're chilling with y'all, and we are gonna be going over some Q&As and just having a good discussion. What do you think about that?
I agree with it.
And this is my husband, you guys. If you don't know me, I am Wisdom D, and this is Hard but Wise Conversations with me. And as I said, we have my husband, Big Sam McTrust. But what do you go by on YouTube? Let the people know.
Real talk, real issues.
So, as you can see, the collab is phenomenal. We have Hard but Wise, and we have Real Talk and Real Issues. So we're gonna get into that stuff. Hi, you guys. Come on in. Welcome on in. Welcome in. Hello to you. Hello from wherever you are tonight. And
Look, somebody sent some laughing reactions. What's up, everybody? Look, somebody was sending some laughing reactions.
Yeah, I see.
They
We're
said you were
glitching. I'm supporting. I love y'all already. Stay together. Oh, thank you. Relax and rest. Are we glitching? What's our favorite food? What's your
Whoever
favorite?
sent them laughing face, I bet you a Kendrick stan. You're a K-Dot stan.
We don't have to go so hard. We don't have to start.
Blah, blah, blah.
We don't have to start off. Let us know. You can hear us, guys. Let us know. You can let us know by hitting some ones. Or, just straight up tell us in the chat, if you can hear us or not.
Okay, for a second ago. Okay.
I don't understand.
No, I get on their end, it probably was glitching. Like,
yeah, okay. Well, if it's good, give us some thumbs up or give us some ones in the chat. Let us know you were. Okay. Thanks, Suzanne. So, tonight we, spurred a moment. We want to go live. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. And we just wanted to talk about some things. We want to give you guys, thank you. We want to give you guys the opportunity to ask you some questions.
shout out to Flint.
Shout out to you. Wow. Yeah. I'm from Michigan. My husband's from Mississippi, but we came from Georgia from Michigan. Well, to Georgia from Michigan. Yeah. So, interesting. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, so over here we'd like to talk about real, topics and situations, like just real life, like very realistic and, life, learning, just lessons and stuff like that. Relationships more like most importantly, because when we talk about relationships or when I think about relationships, I'm thinking self, you know what I'm saying? Like the relationship with yourself, your relationship with your partner, your relationship with your family, your relationship with your kids, your relationship at work, just relationships in general, right? So we wanted to get some, you guys ask some questions about things like that. Just anything, some real issues dealing with those things too. And we wanted to answer some questions from you guys and like dive deeper into the topics regarding any of those things. So we're going to kick it off by just talking about some things. It can be something as simple or, as the Drake and Kendrick beat, since it's trending right now. And it's a lot of things even about that situation that I feel like we aren't keeping it real about, or, it's kind of hard to talk about, right? Because we have so many people on, whatever side they're on for whatever reasons. Everybody has their reasons, but at the end of the day, we want to respect everyone. So at the end of the day, for me, thank you. At the end of the day, for me, it's about respect, regardless, no matter what, because I think that's what everything starts with. It starts with that one grain of respect. And I feel like a lot of times we grow up and we're not really taught about respect. Like, the word gets slung around, but I don't think that the importance or I don't think respect is a strong enough principle taught growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's what's the word? It's selective. We're kind of taught to use respect selectively, even when it comes to our parents, or when it comes to our family, or when it comes to work. You know what I'm saying? And when you dim or you step outside of yourself and let people disrespect you for things like love, or things like benefit, or things like money, we're not keeping respect first, right? And that's a lot of the reason why a lot of resentment is held. And these are the things that I want to talk about. These are the things I want to dive into, because I feel like that is the driving force behind everything. And I feel like that is something that we're all missing, and that is something that plays a big role in our lifestyle or our relationships that we lack, which is keeping us from, having the desired outcome that we so desire. Hello, welcome in. So we just wanted to welcome you guys to ask us some questions, but, until we get any questions, we're just going to talk. We're just going to chit chat, and we're going to, discuss some things on our own, and you guys can chime in wherever you see fit, and we will go from there. But right now, my husband had to take, a little moment. It is 9, so there's some things going on in the background, such as kids, so we're kind of working around them. If you have children out there, I'm sure you understand. It is something else. Gratefully, my husband respects me enough to not, make me stop everything that I'm doing, to go tend to things that they, to the gender roles. You know what I'm saying? Like, so often we get caught up in, oh, you're the woman, so you're supposed to be doing this, and the man doesn't have to get up and, do anything that's outside of his gender role, right? But at the end of the day, that with that mindset comes a great lack of respect for your partner, right? Because we all are equal. We're one. So we should be taking turns, and we should be doing things and meeting each other in the middle. There is no, everybody does what they can. And when you do what you can, and you respect your partner, you respect your relationship, whatever type of relationship that may be, not just like, a spousal relationship, but just a friendship. You know what I'm saying? A lot of instances, we have a lot of friendships that are one-sided, and one somebody respects the other somebody more, or you see people sacrificing themselves more than a little bit, while the other side or the other team gets to just do away and do whatever they feel and please, because like that's their role, or that's what they're set at. So, babe, I just let them know that we're going to get into some discussion amongst ourselves and just get to talking. And then as we talk, they can chime in as they come along, and we're just going to do our thing.
Okay, for sure.
So, is there anything you would like to talk about in specific? It could be anything. I talked about respect, but it's live. It's kind of a spontaneous type of moment, type of live. So anything you want to talk about, we can just get into.
No, really, no. I ain't got nothing tonight. Nothing like let you. You want to do it? I just literally left away from the desk.
So what?
I
You
was checking on the
know,
girls.
we wanted to go live. You've been pressuring me to go live. I wasn't even gonna be doing this.
All right, fine.
We can just freestyle because this is fire. It's giving podcast talk. It's giving Breakfast Club energy a little bit. Like when you just get here and you sit down, you know what I'm saying? You just talking. So off top, what's the hottest thing or what's popping right now?
Shit, honestly, it's like this Drake and this Kendrick thing.
Drake and
back started
Kendrick.
up. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I've been out the
we're
loop.
over here.
I've been out the loop a little bit. But it would look like that Drake and Kendrick thing back.
Yeah. So what do you think? What are you thinking about the Drake and Kendrick ordeal? Honestly, what is your honest take? Like, what do you really think about Drake and Kendrick? From start to the end, from the.
I think they both good artists.
Okay, I agree with that.
I think Drake is the better artist.
Okay.
Musically, lyrically. Kendrick, don't get me wrong. I don't want to make no K-Dot thing. I don't care. Kendrick is for those that is just too deep headed so far. I mean, they gonna probably come for me. I don't care. They head so far up their ass. Whatever. Drake is for guys, guys that get females that just wanna, they just wanna love their girl or they just wanna have others on the side. Whatever.
I just feel like players.
I'm just
for the
talking.
players. So Drake is for the players, and Kendrick is for what
Kendrick
what
for
would
the
we
woke
say?
people. Like
For
the
the
one
woke.
that the woke.
What is woke though? Let's get into what is woke. What is woke?
To them, woke is not letting okay, all right, here we go. Pay attention at the Super Bowl. Yeah, Samuel Jackson dressed as Uncle Sam.
I'm still trying to figure out what that was about.
Remember his role in Django.
Yeah, but I'm glad you brought that up. That is a perfect point because his role in Django was the master lover, right?
Right.
And so is that his
He
same
kinda played
role?
like that. Yeah.
But Uncle Sam to the world before putting a black man in the suit was a white man, right? Uncle Sam is a white man, or is that just America, right?
Probably white man, the guy that
The control. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this is why I'm confused because, Samuel L. Jackson is playing basically the one controlling everything, keeping everybody in line.
Trying to.
So was that supposed to be meaning that Kendrick was going against, or was he playing is he playing his position the way Uncle Sam is wanting him to do that? What do you think about that? Because everybody is saying it's just so much deeper than it is, and I'm trying to understand how deep is it, because to me it's looking like y'all saying he's standing up, but to me it's looking like he's laying down.
I mean, a lot of people, the woke ones, they gonna say, "Oh, he was standing because he did it while Trump was there. President Trump was at the game. He's standing up to President Trump."
I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm just trying to figure out in what ways was he standing up. What about the performance was standing up?
Hey, how many? Let me ask this: how many of y'all think the performance was good or mid or just plain out trash? If they can hear me. How many of y'all think Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance was trash, good, or it was mid?
I mean, they're gonna watch us, but we can talk about what we think, until they can chime in. So, what do you think?
I told you, I think it was mid. I mean, I'm not. Like I said, he's a good artist. He performs. He all right. I've never been a fan of Kendrick. People always tend to say, "Oh, well, you just don't think deep." Whatever.
Yeah.
It was mid. Yeah, same thing I said, bro. It was mid.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, going back because I'm Team Drake. I'm gonna put that on the flow. I'm gonna put that on the flow, and it's not. I like Kendrick too. I got music, in my, I listen to some hits, Money Trees.
2028. Yeah.
Yeah, so I rock with Kendrick, but not like I rock with Drake. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like the Super Bowl performance was decent going back. At first, I was like, nah. I was just refuting everything, but on the aspect or the scale of where everybody trying to make it like it was just something so deep, or it was just something so serious, or he really did that, or that was one for the culture. It's the same message that they put out, that they've been putting out since they've been pushing this super pro-black agenda, right? And I feel like it wasn't as popping as everybody. Y'all ever noticed everybody that does the Super Bowl, they rising up out the stage? There was no rising up out of the stage, no jumping from the trapeze. It was none of that. He was on top of a car. So I'm a master, like I love to analyze. So everybody who think they're just so deep, and people who don't like Kendrick, they just don't think. I'm one of them thinkers. So this is where I can tell you whether you know what you're talking about, you know where you're going or not, or whatever. He was on top of a car, which basically to me was symbolizing him being the bottom of the bottom. So yet another puppet. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was special. Everything was flat. Everything was real grounded. You know what I'm saying? Just real basic. So real mid.
It was kind of a stiff performance. Let's
Yeah.
say it like that.
Yeah.
He's on top of a car. Go back and look at Michael Jackson. Go back and look at Beyonce.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, jumped up out of the what you call it, was the trailer and the thing. I can't think what you call it, but anyway, the performance, then he just stood right there and soaked in that crowd energy.
Yeah, I mean he just went in circles, basically Kendrick. It was the whole, the circle performance.
Yeah, he gonna have a third turn. Yeah, he is.
I'm with it. I feel like he deserved it. I definitely do, because of the hard time that they gave him the first term. People didn't know no better. People wasn't paying attention. We was caught up in the black movement. Like we're talking about. This is why this is such a big deal to me, because the agenda that they pushing with Kendrick. And do y'all notice it's always the same people in rotation? Everybody claim that Drake is the good boy, or Drake is the industry plant, or whatever they might call it. But Drake don't get the invite. He really don't be popping out to all the invites. He really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had to really guess, I would think that Drake is what they're trying to make it seem like Kendrick is, and Kendrick is what they're trying to portray Drake being, like the golden industry. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say pet, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's giving. That's what it's giving me. That's what it's giving to me. But I think the Super Bowl performance, with all due respect, I think it was good for what it was. But in comparison to every other performance, and with the message and with this whole beef going, I think it was mid. I think it was very mid. So yeah, so that's my take on that. And I'm also, like, I have another live before this. Drake won. Period. Straight up and down. What do you think? The beef. Who do you think won the beef?
Okay. So if we're gonna go where some people look at it both ways. Oh, Kendrick's song, he basically ended Drake with the "Not Like Us." All right. People don't realize Drake responded with the hard part 6. He was explaining. He's letting them know, like, you ain't got no hard facts. You ain't got nothing to prove it. Then what's the point of saying some shit that ain't sticking, that ain't legit? You know what I'm saying? You just saying shit now. You being fed shit that ain't true. So okay. Now, if we want to look at statistic, or we want to look at just, I'm gonna say it like this: Drake won the battle. Drake won the war. Kendrick won the battle, but Drake won the war. Why I say that? Because at the end of the day, Kendrick only had one song to fight, to do something. Because all the other shit he dropped was mid trash.
And it was only, what, 2 songs before Not Like Us,
What,
right?
Euphoria and
Meet the Grams.
Meet the Gram. Alright, so Drake, he dropped what? Push Ups, Tailor Made, Family Matters. Family Matters was a 3
A 3 in 1, so technically he had 5.
Yeah, so he basically, if people wouldn't have been, see what it was, I'm gonna tell you what it was. Not Like Us, when you hate it and people were already against you, they can't wait to get something to just be like, oh yeah, now he got some shit on him. They hate him. They hate Drake.
It was an energy behind it. I feel like Not Like Us was spell work. I feel like it was a lot of spell work in that, especially with the video. Because for me, what topped it for me, what made me feel like Drake won, like ultimately, was the Family Matters, right? The video. If you seen that video and you seen the symbolism and the whole, the punchlines, like the digs, like the van, that what is it? Mad City, Good Kid, Mad City, like like tribute, like that. What he say? Good Kid, Mad City van will pop the latch and make the door slide. Like, if that wasn't crazy with and then the van was on a damn tow truck, getting ready to be impounded. If that wasn't crazy, I don't know what to tell you, and everything you trying to tell me don't mean nothing. That's just my take. And like I said, everything that was said about Drake, he came back and he disputed it. He answered for it. Kendrick didn't answer for nothing. He didn't disown nothing. He didn't come back. He had Not Like Us, and that was that. After Not Like Us, Drake also followed up with the Heart Part 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was a lot deeper. And another thing I want to talk about is that lowercase a that everybody was going so crazy about is not really about Drake. It's a part of his logo. What is it? The P Lane is a logo. It's Kendrick's logo. And everybody's like, he got on the A minor chain for Drake. It's literally his logo. And in his Mother Eye
Sober,
he reveals that he and his mother was molested. So it gets a lot deeper. And another thing I wanted to address was the whole, I didn't see it for myself, but Jaguar, right, saying that they're gonna try to innate Kendrick was so far,
unalive.
Unalive. That's so far off. Like, did they try to spray Kendrick's place? Did he suffer any type of violence or break-ins or?
Nah.
They literally sprayed Drake's crib up. So it just feels like, just like the Trump situation, all the hate that people have for him is like for no reason at all. It's seeming like that's what was going on with Drake, honestly, and it was a whole narrative behind it. And when the industry don't like you, the first thing that they run to is the whole PDF thing. If we pay attention, and if you're really as smart as you think you are, I think that it's very easy to make the correlation. It should be easy. It's not rocket science to make it make sense. It's really not. And if Kendrick is so against the machine and industry and PDFs, he comes from California, for crying out loud. If you know anything, you know that California is one of the biggest trafficking place in you know what I'm trying to say here. We should know better. And what has he done to so great outside of say something terrible or accuse Drake of what else has he done? to fight the cause for that cause. No, he hasn't. He's talking about, Black lives and, and our struggle from way back when that we're not going through today. We're not going through that today. So
All right, so let me get out this thing. I want to get out there. I want to get out the beat. What y'all think about what's the rapper name from Detroit? The big girl, the mouse, the whatever the hell, the boss.
yeah, I don't know. Dave DeMoss.
The mouse. Like, what's up with that, man?
I don't even.
What's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? It went from her trying to get into the Lyft. Was it Lyft or Uber? Lyft.
Yeah, Lyft.
Then going on the Breakfast Club and not able to sit in a regular chair. She need a damn love seat. Like,
She's saying make accommodations for her.
make accommodations. No, we got we have chairs and we have a table for you can sit at. Make accommodations. So she need a love seat to sit in to be comfortable. I just want to know your opinion on it. Like, what do you think about? And this ain't the at the big people community, but what do you think that, like, you want us to make accommodations for you when we already got it set up for everybody else to come and do their little interview and go on about their day, but you got to make accommodation for you. Like, she sat in the chair.
Sound like to me she need to be coming with her own chairs everywhere, cause that's the whole thing about the when we make accommodations for everybody, that's why we do general speaking. This is why we talk about the general population, or we talk about our target or the general audience, and generally somebody is going to be able to fit in that chair, and versus the seat that can hold up to 3 to 5 people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody was born that way. Like, y'all, we go as far as saying, oh, you was born like this, so now it's okay for somebody like her to basically lie and say she was born like that when we know she was not born like that.
No, you saying born that big. Are you saying basically born to the...
I'm saying being born any way they come. That's what they try to say. That's what I'm saying. She's not.
Crazy.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. You make accommodations for people who are born a certain way, or who inhabits a stance. Like, say a pregnant woman. Even a pregnant woman would be able to sit in a simple chair, right?
Yeah.
But we still have to make accommodations, because for maybe not that seat, but we will have to keep on deck. We have to make sure we have a bathroom for this, this lady to use a bathroom, because maybe she will have to use a bathroom. And that's what comes with being pregnant. But being big doesn't necessarily mean it will come with having to sit in a 5-seater seat. Especially because that's not a circumstance that you were born with. That's something that you drove yourself to. Yeah. Even though pregnancy, you drove yourself to be pregnant, but it's a way of life. Pregnancy is a part of life.
Compare pregnancy to somebody that constantly ate themselves and gained weight. That's just like, why would she try to get in a Benz in a lift, knowing that you over the weight capacity? I know the car can handle, but
my thing with that, I agree. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, you good. Go ahead.
I agree with you, but how do we know what vehicle we getting in when we do they know what
Uber,
vehicle?
You know what you're gonna get. You got a regular Uber, XL, and I think the other one's like what, truck or something, SUV. Somebody can correct me in the comments, but I know from have to use Uber before. Mm-hmm. You got the extra large, which is a big vehicle. And then you got some people that, Uber like regular cars, like Toyota Camry or whatever, Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, so I do think, so you are able to choose what size vehicle you want.
I don't know how Lyft works. I never used Lyft.
But ultimately though, we are able, if we need a Uber or Lyft, we are able to say we need an extra large.
Yeah.
Due to the seating. Is it due to how many people you got, or how much?
Either due to the people you got. I don't think you got no weight.
I think that's what I think the issue is here, though, right? I think that it should be a weight. You should have to put your weight in when you're getting in, when you're trying to get a Uber or a Lyft.
Yeah.
You just should, because at the end of the day, I feel like she would have had grounds to sue, simply because there's no saying, oh, you can't get this vehicle, or you can't request this vehicle or this type of ride if you are this, if you wait this and that much. Period. Because more times than none, the only reason you're ordering a XL vehicle is because you have more than one person with you. If it's just her, why wouldn't she just be able to get in that whatever she's bringing?
She's 500 some pounds.
Yeah, we know that.
Mercedes-Benz getting in that little car stuffed off in it. She gonna break bro.
I understand that. I understand that. I'm just saying, like, if we know, we don't know exactly who we picking up, but we know we signed up for this specific job. Who we could be picking up anybody.
But
should we be ready to pick up? And that's why you should have to put your weight in. Because you should have the option to say, okay, nah, I ain't going to pick that person.
No, she knew. She should have known if she ordered a vehicle. She like, okay, look at her weight. Look at her size. Mm-hmm. She wanted to pull up. She wanted to be dropped off in style. That's the problem. She was too big for the Benz. She wanted to be. That's my opinion. She wanted to be dropped off in style. Instead, she could have got an extra large vehicle. She could have got a SUV big enough to fit in the back or something.
Yeah.
But you rather go get a little ass Benz. So bro didn't know who he was picking up. He just saw the boss, whatever her name is. Mm-hmm. And he probably think like, okay, some little Detroit rapper girl. She's small, petite or whatever. She normal size. So, you know what I'm saying? The Uber driver don't know who they picking up. They just see your name there. And if you got a picture or a lift, they see your name. Yeah. They don't know what they picking up. They don't know if they picking up Mr. Krabs or Plankton. Yeah. Or a bank robber.
So that's what I'm saying. So
you got the choice when you pull up to be like, nah, I'm not going to drop this person out because he don't look right.
I feel like that's suspicious. A waste of time and a waste of gas too, though. Wouldn't it just be better if we could just you got to put your weight, a weight requirement in there?
I guess that should go all along with weight, your date of birth, your age, your name, weight, all that shit. That should be on there. But I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. I can't even tell you why, because
then that would go into the whole you're discriminating against me. But then again, it's not. It's a weight limit to everything. You can't.
Don't you got a weight limit and height limit to ride a roller coaster?
Yeah.
She couldn't get on a roller coaster.
Right. So
if you're too short, you can't get on a roller coaster.
That's the whole thing with the inclusiveness that they.
That's a Lyft and the Uber driver. They not required, so they independent. So, like whatever if he would have let her get in his car, it's on him. Lyft ain't gonna pay for nothing. Lyft ain't gonna take care of nothing. Mm-hmm. That's on him. That's just like people that Instacart. When you Instacart, you signed up to go and deliver groceries in these bad areas that you know is bad. But you got the choice to say, hey, I don't want to take it. I'm gonna decline it. Boom, decline it.
Yeah, but I don't know how long. It's been a while since I've had to do it. But they don't tell you. I feel like you should be able to say, no, I don't want to go to an apartment and drop things off. Or like you said, a certain area. You see the area, but you don't know exactly if you go into an apartment. I used to hate having to go up people's stairs to drop their groceries off. I feel like they should let you know, like, hey, you got to go upstairs to drop this delivery off. But they don't do that. They should start doing that and making people more aware of the situation that they may be going into. Because a lot of times you just get the navigation or you just get the address, you get the directions, and you don't necessarily know. You know it's an apartment, but some apartments don't have steps, and some do. But you never know until you get there. And I feel like that should be changed. Just like I feel like you never know who you picking up until you get there. You should. I feel like when you dealing with people you don't know, you should have a whole rundown. They should give you all the info, all of the criminal history, the weight, if they got kids. I feel like that'll tell you how important this person is. Like, they need to make it to where they're going. You get what I'm saying? Like, it gets deep when we start talking about, he just declined. Because even if he was to just decline, that's money out of his pocket. Like you said, that's what you sign up to do, regardless. So if it wouldn't make it better, wouldn't make it easier if, on the people who choose to do these jobs, if they knew exactly what they were going to go do outside of picking somebody up and dropping them off. You know what I'm saying? That would just lay to rest all of these unnecessary issues. Because have your own whip, get your own car, because you can't be mad and nobody want to take you where you want to go in the car that you want to get in. Get the car that you want and drive yourself. Like, I'm not faulting the person. I'm not faulting the Lyft driver, the Uber driver, or whatever. I'm just saying, when you sign up to do certain stuff, I mean, you don't know who you going to pick up, because in her case, it was that she was overweight. In another case, he could have been picking up, somebody who was out of their mind, and a serial, somebody crazy, right? And he could have ended, it is more than one situation that, said could lead somebody into a person. So if we is just judging off what people look like, it's a lot of people who look sane that's really crazy. You know what I mean? So, I mean, but I get it, and I'm not against it. I'm just saying, when we sign up to do certain stuff, that's what we sign up, and we don't know for a fact what we're going to do. What do? You don't do that job. Just like when it comes to waitressing and tips.
I ain't finna get into that.
We can get into that, because I would love to get into that. You are not guaranteed a tip. You are not guaranteed. That's for the people that is dining to decide. I don't care how nobody feel about it. If you know what I'm saying, whether the service is great, whether it ain't great.
You say you guaranteed a tip?
I said you are not.
Oh, you're not. Okay.
If I said you are guaranteed a tip on accident, that is not what I meant. You are not. People are not obligated to do that. That is your job. You signed up to wait. That's your job. We should, and then to tell people that you shouldn't go out and dine if you not gonna tip. This is my money. I can afford the food. I just can't afford to over tip you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you getting paid. Like, y'all need to take that up with, you know what I'm saying, your bosses and whoever is pocketing your money or not paying you accordingly. Because at the end of the day, if I don't come in here at all, then you really ain't gonna make no money.
Now, I don't oppose of tipping. I'm not finna, tip what you want. I'm gonna tip what I feel is best and suitable, but I don't oppose of tipping, because I have a business, and people tip me for my services. Like, they'll send a tip on top of what the service is.
Yeah, but you don't make them feel like they have to, though, right?
I don't make them have to. No,
they pay the fees, and
if
then
they want to, they don't have to. They do.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
That's what I'm saying. It just be that you still get paid at the end of the day, and if you don't, then I didn't tell you to go work that job.
But yeah,
I don't oppose it to them. I'm just saying, I feel like the entitlement that comes with dining culture from waiters is asinine. I don't like it, but.
So you got anything you want to talk about? Because I really ain't got no ideas right now until we get warmed up. I get warmed up. I can't really think of it.
Yeah, hold on. So. Specifically, I did, because I have a video, and I don't really recall what it was, why it was about relationships, and basically why love is not enough, and it was ultimately about the lack of respect, which is what I started. I was talking about, what I'm about, or what I interested in. And knowing that, what I've learned in my relationships, up until my marriage with you, and what I've seen in other relationships, such as my mom's and dad's and stuff like that, respect is the key. Outside of love, because you can love people and not respect them.
But see, that's where I want to come in. How will you love somebody that you don't respect? Because if you don't respect them, then how you know how to love them?
Because respect to some people is conditional, and it's also it's not always, you know what I'm saying, it's not always like, it's not always fair. The amount people get to change the rules as they go, and we seen this growing up. I mean, let's be honest, like, the respect that you might have seen your dad have for your mom, like I said, it wasn't fluid unto him, but it was fluent to everybody else. Like, our parents teach us no matter what, love and respect your mom and dad. No matter what, you better not talk to her crazy. But on the other hand, we see that same person who telling us to obey and respect our moms, we seeing that same person disrespect the hell out of our mom. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not a sturdy respect. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not all across the board.
What I'm saying is, you can't sit here and you can't sit out and go out in this world and say, "Oh, I love you," but when the respect for that person ain't there, how do you know how to love them? Because look, listen, like this is how I look at it. If we all respect somebody, there is something we love about them while we respect them.
But
So
something though, something is not always the right thing.
no,
should be.
like you might respect the way they carry themselves or the way they stand on top of business or the way they just do something, and that causes you drive you like, you know, I love that person because he's an honest man. I respect him because he gonna tell it how it is, or she gonna tell it how it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like saying how most men, I love my baby mama, but you did this and that and that and this to the third to her.
That's
You
what
don't
I'm
have
saying.
respect for her.
That's
Ain't
what
no
I'm saying.
love.
That's what I'm saying. But a lot of people don't know that because of what we was taught respect to look like growing up. A lot of people don't know what true love is, let alone respect, because respect was conditional as well as love. You was getting respect as long as you was doing something that that person loved, or you was getting that love, you know what I'm saying, based off something that that person respect. But the moment you wasn't doing things how they wanted you to do those things, they was treating you different and they was respecting you different, and that ultimately was not love or respect. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, and a lot of the love that we be seeing thrown around don't really be love. It don't really be that. It don't really be that. It be the lack of what we know love or respect to be.
So my question is, which this is to you guys too, and this is to you also. Which would you rather have? Would you rather have respect or would you rather have love? In today's world, respect or love? If you could choose one, which one would it be? You can't say I want love and respect. You have to choose one.
Yeah, I would rather personally I would rather respect.
I agree with that.
Period.
I'd rather be respected because you can love people and still hate them.
And disrespect the hell out of them because the people perception of love is so distorted.
So, and to you that out there watching, what would you rather have, love or respect? If you had to choose one, like what would you have, love or respect? But and a lot of people don't understand. When you first meet somebody, you date, y'all get to know each other. There's grounds, there's boundaries, there's respect right there. You gotta respect that person. No, I don't do that this way. Okay, I respect it. I'm not gonna try to come in and change it. Y'all go later on down the line, keep dating. Months, years pass by. Y'all get married. Respect on 100. That love is already there because, man, I got so much respect for her. I got so much respect for him. The fact that I'm in love now because it's that respect that the way they carry themselves, the way they do things, the way they just like the way who they are.
Right.
So then that's what love falls in. People think that you supposed to love people, then the respect comes. There is so many people out here that is hated that don't get no respect, but they love they love the hell out of them.
So I think.
You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather be a well respected person and shit. You don't gotta love me.
Yeah, the love gonna come. The love gonna come off of the respect. That's how I view it. Love don't come first, and that's why we fall out with our family so quick. As you once you grow up, you ever realize you get on your own, you start making your own way, your own family, your own everything.
Family want you to forever love them, but they won't have no damn respect for you. And I'm sorry.
That's the thing. That's where I was hinting at. You ever notice how everybody you grew up, being taught to love as you get older, you know what I'm saying, y'all don't even talk no more.
No.
And that's because there was no respect there. That's because the love was built off of a love that you was told you was supposed to have without having the respect for that person. And you was the one who was respecting that person because you was taught respect, but they wasn't taught how to respect you back.
Right.
Only that they had to love you, and only that you had to love and respect them no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's gonna always be respect for me since I've grown and I've been shown certain things. Like it gets no better than respect. Cause with respect, people don't run. They know you not gonna let them run over you, or they respect themselves so much to not want it done to them. They won't do it to you. And a lot of times, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they have a great regard for themselves, but they don't have regard for other people. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't do unto others what they won't done to them what they won't do unto others. Or if you know what I'm saying?
I get what you get. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So yeah.
What else you got? Like,
I know this is pretty good though. What do you because it was spur of the moment, you know, we talked about the relationship stuff and some stuff, the mainstream pop culture that's going on. While we on the subject of love and respect, let's throw some loyalty out there, right?
okay.
And let's get into the 50 Cent and Big Meech situation. What do you think about it?
Man, that whole shit is funny. Me personally, I mess with 50 Cent, man.
Yeah,
I think 50,
same.
50 cool, 50 funny. He trolling, but he also showing Rick Ross, like, you know, Rick Ross think. For anybody that know, Rick Ross is from my home state. Rick Ross ain't who he say he is. He ain't Rick Ross. Officer Ricky is not Rick Ross. Rick Ross is a fraud, and I'm saying it on here live now. Rick Ross ain't who he say he is. So, you know, I understand 50. You know, Big Meech get out. I got your son. I done put Lil Meech on, and this man known now. This man doing his thing, and you come out, you link up with my op. Not saying I'm supposed to even be thinking on some stuff like that because we older now, but yet the fact you linking up with somebody that I don't mess with, I don't deal with, and you know what I'm saying? I just put your son on. He making like millions or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He in movies. He's paying you, and you link up with Rick Ross, bro. That's disrespectful. That's like there ain't no loyalty like that. There ain't no loyalty there. Why would you link up with my op? That's just like saying if you my friend and you know I don't mess with dude over here, and then you go over there and march your happy behind over there and be like, "What up, bro? What it do, bro?" I can't mess with you either because you gonna be like the rat that's around. You know how they said people got mold in their camp? Yeah. That's gonna be the mold right there. That's gonna be the person. He cool with the person I don't deal with. I ain't messing with. I ain't talked to and had nothing to do with in years. Mm-hmm. He gonna go back and carry shit back and keep. That's gonna stir shit up. So 50 did right. Shit, you know the Lil Meech. That's his son. That's tough. Cut him off. Cut that nigga. Cut him off. Go get Rick Ross to put y'all on. Now Lil Meech up on Instagram. 50 shared doing business promos for $500. If you an entrepreneur, if you got any type of business, you know what I'm saying, he want to help you promote your shit. So nah, I don't blame him. I agree with it. You know loyalty. You can take that shit and stretch it just only as far as you can. And people get tired of being loyal. Like, no, nigga, I'm not finna be loyal just because you want to link up with my ops.
Yeah, because you can look at the loyalty from two different ways, right? You got 50, who was, you know, who put his son on, who basically been loyal to helping him or them keep money, or whatever. And then you have the loyalty
Wait, but then I think about, I'm gonna cut you off. I think he was mad. What did 50 not put some on his books or something?
Yeah, this is what I don't know, but
Meech could have took that money he made from working.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's not for
that's 50.
Yeah, that's
nigga,
not.
I'm not your brother. I'm not your caretaker.
Yeah.
Lil Meech is your son. Lil Meech should go and put some money on your books. He should take the money I gave him for performing in my series, my TV show, portraying you.
Even then, I mean, get out and hustle. Like, you all about, that's what you know. So, I mean, if it was all about money, then that's weird. And then the same people who was like, oh, 50 wrong, them the same people who you would see sharing posts like, if you would do anything for $1, then I can't trust you. Big Me basically did that for $1 because he needed some more money or whatever. So I guess he wasn't getting it from 50 because 50 don't do handouts. And he went to Rick Ross, and you know what I'm saying? And that
Rick
was
Ross
that.
can't wait to give a nigga a handout.
And I used to be like, I could not like a person and a friend, they might do like that person, and I would never trip. I would just be like, what I'm saying? I can't control people. That's still my friend. I still rock with that person. I won't try to, dictate who they talk to just because I don't like that person. But now that I'm older, I do understand, like you was talking about, as far as the mole situation. Yeah. Like, if I don't deal with a person and you do, you know what I'm saying, that only leaves me to speculate, what's going on or what's being talked about or what's being reported, about my business or what I got going on or how I get down to that person that I don't like, you know what I'm saying? And you, especially as like a businessman, an entrepreneur as 50 Cent, or, you know what I'm saying, just a private person such as myself. That's just something you can't have. You can't have outside energies in your field. And they in your field if they dealing with people that you deal with and them not being somebody you deal with. And that throws off the whole energy. That will mess up a whole, foundation. So respectfully, I rock with it. And a lot of people are so upset because of how insensitive 50 Cent is. That man has been shot. I don't know what you can say on here, but he has been, you know what I'm saying? He been dumped at. Yeah. So I feel like a person like me, I'm very hard. I'm very cold. I'm compassionate, but I see past a lot of BS, and a lot of stuff just don't, it just is. Like, we know what happens. Everybody gotta go one day, right? Especially if they your enemies. Like, if you ain't been talking to me all this time, then what I'ma feel, why I'ma act like, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, I'm so hurt that happened to you, and I know it was a possibility that you could have went anytime. You know what I'm saying? Why I'ma act like, yeah, I'm sorry that happened, especially if you was the reason or could have been the reason why I couldn't no longer be here anymore. That's in his right. Like, 50 play a whole different game. What he say? Puffing on Gotti pack or whatever.
Smoking on that Gotti pack.
Yeah, I didn't say that because I don't know what you can say nowhere anymore. But yeah, like that's his personality, and that's funny. I'm sorry, just not sorry, but that's just who he is, because that don't hurt him. It's not like it's different if you would be a person like, oh, don't say that about me because I'm down bad now. But I'm a person who understand that anybody can be down bad at any time. So not just you, but me too. And then when it's my turn, I'm not gonna be looking for nobody to be saying, oh, that's messed up, what happened? Because at the end of the day, we all know people don't really care what happened to you. So why pretend that you care or it's some heartfelt stuff behind it when you really don't? You really don't. Like, show your condole. That don't mean he's just cold and outright harsh to everybody. He didn't like the man. He didn't fuck with the man. The man didn't fuck with him. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't care. Everybody is so insensitive and that's too far. How is it too far when you don't like nobody? That's the thing. Like, when you lose people, or once you almost lose your life, it's like you didn't seen it all. What is there to pretend about? I feel like y'all be pretending because y'all don't be liking people for real, but you were taught that, you know what I'm saying, death was bad. You was taught that you supposed to cry because you lost somebody, when at the end of the day, we know for a fact that these things happen. You know what I'm saying? Why?
And
that's just how I feel.
It's in the Bible. They said you're supposed to rejoice when a person died in the crowd when the baby's being born to the world. But people don't follow through that. And you know what I'm saying, I'm one of the people that can say I was, looked at sideways. I'm numb to it, but at the same time, I lost both parents. So, of course, I didn't, I shed my tears. I was sad, but I don't believe in getting at funerals up there just, I don't believe in getting up there at funerals just, crying all over the coffin and stuff, dog. And you know what I'm saying? For all the people that believe in God, the Bible, it says, rejoice when a person leave this world and cry when a baby being born into sin. People don't like to. That's what I don't understand about y'all. Y'all can tell everybody these scriptures and everything, but you can't practice what you preach.
That's interesting. Have you ever noticed people like crying about a baby being born? Not even so much into
I shed the
sin.
tears. I didn't like cry real down bad, but I was happy. I shed the tears because I'm like, my baby being born to a world of sin, an evil world. Both of my girls. I cried about that. When I thought about it, I got to myself. I cried. I wept and cried about it because I'm like, I gotta, we gotta raise them up in this world. Then you gotta think about it as a parent. What if you're not here? Then they gotta get out here and fight. But you don't. That's why you don't never let your kids get out here and have to, do this. They can just do this right here. They just chilling. They ain't gotta worry about it. They don't gotta do that. They don't gotta take no handout.
Yeah. I don't necessarily think, it's about, crying like sad or
No,
painful
not sad, but
tears.
like just crying like, damn, I'm happy I had this baby, but they finna come into this evil ass world.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. People be more. It's like people be happy about it. Like I'm looking on like from the sinful aspect of it. Like it's like people glorify those situations a lot more than they glorify the. Oh, you're bringing a child into a healthy situation, or you're bringing a child into a healthy or happy
That's
home.
still something to be tears of joy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And no, people don't do that.
See, my intake on why people cry when somebody passed, they didn't have the opportunity to do right by them. They the last word they said to them was some hateful stuff. They didn't care, so they feeling guilty. So now they gone, they can't fix it because now they feeling like they the reason they gone. Some people, then you got the people that they don't understand. They're emotionally hurt behind losing someone. There's a lot of factors why people cry. I'm not saying you supposed to just sit there and be like this at the funeral.
Yeah.
I'm saying you're supposed to be glad they're not suffering anymore. Because if they are suffering, then you're being selfish. If a person's sick, you should want them to get on, like peacefully rest and not have to hurt, not have to be harmed by anybody no more. That's the way I look at it. And, I don't know how you guys feel, but that's what I think about it. And it's just a lot of people. It's easy to say God this, God that, and everything. People don't believe in. Can they hear us?
Yep.
Man, let me get out subject for a minute. How was y'all Valentine's Day? What did y'all do? What happened? What happened last night?
And I would like to say happy 7-year anniversary to my husband and I. We have officially been married for 7 whole years, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Woo.
7 years. Anybody want some relationship advice, some marriage advice?
Woo.
Come on, let's talk about it, y'all.
We sure got it for real. What is some top relationship advice you could give to the people out there? From a man's perspective.
From a man's perspective.
Yeah.
Take your time. And know that you ain't perfect. But you got to be able to you mess up, get back up, right your wrongs. And most of all, keep God first. When I say that, when I say that, let me explain that. A relationship, you can get out here and do stuff yourself and do it how you want, but then you wonder why this ain't going to the way I need it. And when I say keep God first, I mean like just you know what I'm saying. Pray, just manifesting and praying is the same thing, but we're not saying like get on your knees. We mean like keep everything honest, keep everything appropriate, keep everything righteous. When I say righteous, I mean like you're not gonna have the perfect marriage. You're not gonna have the perfect relationship. I ain't saying you're gonna walk out the door, meet your mate, and y'all go on become millionaire. Y'all go on own everything in the world. It ain't that easy. You're gonna have to deal with things that everybody go through. One thing I would say though is never give up. Don't be so quick to give up. Because men, we like to walk away from shit so quick. Can't blame it on the woman. We cannot blame it on the woman. Sometimes they'll walk away in a heartbeat. They'll be like, "Yeah, I'm done with this nigga." But we got more of a leeway to just walk the hell out of there. They can't. Some of them can, but they can't like that.
Let's say some of them will. Let's say that. Some of them will.
Yeah.
Yeah, can is about the same thing, but the fact
You
that
can't. You sound death row. I'm just kidding. I don't want nobody getting mad. Nope. Anyway. Y'all sleepy tonight, ain't it? Sleepy ass people.
Yeah, I mean it's 10:48, baby.
10:48. Oh, we old too, but y'all old as hell. Like what y'all doing? I want to make y'all mad. I want to stir y'all up.
That's what you think going live is all
I
about.
don't-
It ain't all about
no, that.
being messy and being.
No, nobody
riled
saying
up.
being messy. They just want to talk. I want to get them in here talking. They up here watching. They watching, but they don't want to talk.
It's okay. You gotta keep talking and make them want to talk. That's all. I gotta just keep going. That's what I'm learning about content creation and all this stuff. You just gotta be doing it for you, and that's just life. That's my, that's my lesson. That's what I have. That's my advice. Do it for you, because if you doing it for you.
Yeah.
Ultimately you doing it for other people. You know what I'm saying? When you do stuff for other people all the time, you get drained, you get tired and you lose sight, of love. You get in a robotic state and it will drive you out of love with the very thing that you fell in love with, because you're not doing it for yourself no more. You doing it trying to please and appease others, and this is something that goes in hand with any and everything. Like I was stating in the beginning of this live, y'all. Like, it's respect for yourself enough to do right by you, to so everybody else can set you set the tone and the example for everybody else, and it will flow accordingly. And yeah, take accountability.
And that's another thing. Don't mean to cut y'all. I got it on my mind. I want to get it up. That's another thing, people. Relationships. A lot of people get married just because, my family, my mama and daddy were married for 30 years, and I'm going to do it too because this is what is right. Do it because you want to do it. Get married because you want to get married. Don't get married just because Tommy over there got married to Suzanne. Get married because you want to get married.
Do you think that that's what you did?
What?
Get married because
At first, I was thinking like that. But then I started thinking about it. I was ready to settle down. I didn't want to be out here hopping and hopping from female to female. That shit was dead. And any man that's in his 30s or older out here,
I can hear you.
I don't care. I want to be heard loud and clear. Any man that chooses to be out here, woman to woman, having kids, ain't settling down, my friend, something ain't right about that. You need to settle down. You need to get your life together. You need to... I don't know what you need to do, but you need to do something. You need to do something right. Don't just... I see a lot of people scared of commitment. And that's what marriage is about. Relationships is about commitment. Mm-hmm. They don't want to commit, but they want you to commit. They want you to stay locked and loyal and love on them while they out here having a baby by Bessie and Maddie and Annie and shit. So, no, as a man, this coming from another man. Get your shit right. Get your shit together, because... this dating pool trash out here. You ain't gonna find nobody out here that mess with you for you. They want your money. They want you to have some type of network. A female today got to see. I think they said they want you to make $100K. You got to make $1 million. You can't be no businessman like me. You got to be making $1 million.
I'll beat you up.
She said, "Back up from the mic." I'm out here trying to school y'all. I'm trying to help the next young man,
They can hear you. I don't know what
care.
it's going to be like on the sound, because you keep on.
I know. I'm just being funny, man.
I know it's funny. I'm laughing.
See, that's why she been with me 7 years. Because if I wasn't no funny ass nigga,
That's right.
I probably would be out here somewhere. Man, yeah. So what's up with you? Yeah, what's your favorite color? Nah, I got 2 kids, bro. So tell you like this. In order to have your relationship and your marriage, if you got a marriage to stay with that fire in it, you gotta be funny. Y'all gotta be friends at
Tell 'em, babe.
the most.
Yep.
You can't be out here. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. Oh, okay. Can't be like that. You gotta be out here. I'm talking about you gotta be. Oh man, y'all gotta be the best of friends.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be able to like tell each other, some hurtful and deep shit.
Yep.
You can't be afraid to be like, nah, babe, I'm good. I'm good.
But that ain't it.
That ain't it. That ain't it at all.
Yeah, put it here and don't move it. It's supposed to stay in the middle
She's
between.
like it right here. Like she thinks she telling me what to do.
Yeah,
I
'cause-
moved the mic because I'm sitting in a chair lower than her.
Well,
Well, no.
I'll put it down.
So let me tell y'all this though. If you ain't got no happiness, you can't play as friends, brothers, and in a relationship, you all of the above because you don't need other people.
Nope.
You know how
I had to learn that too.
yeah, you got people talking about you gonna always need your sister and brother. Man, what the fuck? Where my people at?
Right.
Where my people at now?
Where are
I
they
get
now?
cut off just because I don't believe something that they want me to believe in politics.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, your mate is your friend if you got the right person.
If you got the
you
right
ain't just
person.
went out there and picked some little chicken head, like,
If you real with yourself,
That
forget
too.
the right person, because being real with yourself is gonna allow you to get the right person.
Some
You
people-
gon' they ain't being real with themselves, because this is what we learn getting up until the relationship that you get with the person you supposed to be with, that you can be your all around comfortable self with. You got people out here claiming that their marriage is tip top shape and everything is just perfect and fine, and then turn around and say that they wife can't fart in front of them. You feel me? So like what that's a normal thing. That's nature, especially look based off how Anton Daniels look. You think that they just eat well. Maybe she is, but he damn sure ain't. So I'm sure he farting all over the damn place. So you can do this, but she can't do that. I don't know if it was a joke or not, but I don't take that type of stuff lightly, because there's really people out there who say that that's not ladylike, and they think that ladies is supposed to be something that, you know what I'm saying, impossible. We're the same.
So let me get this straight. What man out here is telling a woman she can't fart around her?
Anton Daniels.
It's probably some other than
I'm sure it
his
is,
stands,
but we can talk. We gonna talk
you
about
know what I'm
him,
saying? But
because that's what he said.
I just don't agree with that, dog. Like I said, how y'all have relationships ain't no fun in them. I ain't saying like that swinging shit. I'm talking about fun.
Yeah.
Like you got me and this woman here, me and this black beautiful individual here, 7 years. 7 years, folks.
7.
Today, 7 years.
Yep.
So let me tell you something. If it wasn't fun here, this shit wouldn't have made it to 7 years. It probably would have ended in the second year.
Yep.
Or the third year. Might not even got that far. Would have ended in 2 or 3 months. So when you just be yourself and happy and y'all can grow together, that's the most important thing.
Yep.
When y'all can grow together, when y'all can love, laugh, and you're going to have ups and downs. I wouldn't sit here and tell you that ain't no relationship out here. Oh, you ain't going through that, man. Y'all going to wake up every morning, breath stinky, and kiss each other. Guess what? That's real. But I ain't going to sit here and lie to you and say, oh, man, marriage is easy. You don't got to go through that. All you got to do is just go to work, come in, hey, babe.
Or what they say. But the thing that I hear the most, that I hate the most, is keep God first. Like you said, not only, you know what I'm saying, not at you, because you know a little bit more in depth. I understand your context behind it. But a lot of people will tell people, oh, you got to pray, or you got to keep God first. What is keeping God first in a marriage? What is praying in a marriage? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that? Praying together. We can be praying together all the time, but if I don't feel the same way in my heart for you or our situation and generally want it to prevail or see it, we can pray all day and, you know what I'm saying, and it just be in vain, because we thinking we keeping something first, or we keeping something to hold us together the whole time. You got to be the one to want to do that. No prayer, no God, no none of that is going to keep you tight or right together if that's not what you genuinely want to do. It has to be something you genuinely want to do. Like, God don't come to you, you go to God. You get God. God come through you, through you. You have to want to accept that. You have to want to, you got to want to move on that energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that take team effort. That's not no one-sided thing. A woman can pray all day, and she might think her prayer is working because the man come home every night, but at the end of the day, he coming home every night because she gonna allow it, because she, you know what I'm saying, she only want him to show up. She don't want him to show up in his love and his energy and his respect for her. She just want him to remain there so they can say that they was able to you know what I'm saying, to see their vows through. And that's in vain. I'm not doing nothing in vain. I'm not doing nothing in vain. It got to be something that I genuinely want to do. And I don't think God wants you to do nothing that, you know what I'm saying, that you don't want to do or somebody else don't want to do with you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to hear people tell people for advice straight up, nothing else. Nothing else. It'd be a lot of people, not like what you said, but people will outright, the first thing, what's the first thing people tell you when, or you see people tell people when they saying they going through something in their marriage, or going through anything.
Pray.
Anything. Pray. Pray to what? A lot of people don't even understand what it means to pray. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think it's, getting on your knees and putting your hands together. You pray in your mind all day. Whatever you saying to yourself, however you know what I'm saying, you showing up, you know what I'm saying, you getting up, walking to the bathroom, you know what I'm saying, whatever you thinking in your mind, whatever you is set still on your mind, whatever you talking to yourself about in your mind, that's you praying. A lot of y'all don't know when you're saying, dang, this ain't never gonna work, or I can't stand him, that's you praying. You praying. It's not necessarily, oh God, I come to you. That ain't the only thing that's not the only way to pray. You praying everything you think, everything you harp upon. You know what I'm saying? Everything you thinking about daily. That's in your mind. That's in your prayer bank. That's you talking to God. God is within you. And like I said, you have to want something more than you want to pray about it, because it's the energy that you have behind you that's going to see it through, not the prayer. So yeah, I just don't like to hear that, man. You going through that, man, just pray. Pray what? A lot of people don't know who to go to. A lot of people don't know what to say. A lot of people don't even know how to speak to themselves. How they going to speak to God? That's just my take. Mm-mm. So definitely accountability, definitely a lot of respect for yourself and a person that you choose to conjoin yourself with. Definitely a lot of, do unto others what you want to be done to you. It's really just that simple. If you want all good things for yourself, don't do nothing but good things for people. Or for your mate. It was, we talking about in a relationship sense.
Right.
So yeah, your kids will be grateful too to receive all the good you want for yourself, to receive that as well. So that would be my advice. Love you, love others as you want somebody to love you back, or you want them to love you back. So is there anything else before we wrap it up? I'm going to need to put this on the charger.
No, I ain't got nothing else. Unless somebody got something they want to ask. Y'all got some questions or anything y'all want to ask us?
Yeah, because this was a live question and answer. We did a lot of talking. We got a few questions. It was cool, but none really regarding what we talked about. But that's fine. It's just, the goal is to just get on here and talk.
Somebody got some questions. They gonna come in and ask something. Any questions out there? Y'all want ask any questions? We're answering all questions right now. Any question? Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the comment. What y'all want to know? Relationship advice, marriage, whatever. Probably should get on Facebook and do Q&A.
Yeah. This is so funny, dude.
I seen it.
Look at those shoes. I just cannot. People are so funny, man. I need to be finding my outfit for real now. I'm not gonna lie. No, I ain't gonna say that. Hey, ain't this the dude you just seen at the mall? Or no? It looked like him, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Who was trying to get, East Point, Georgia.
Yeah, well, no, his name Isaiah. What you call?
Oh, he told you his name. Who was trying to get to
Yeah,
sell
the
the
book.
yeah, the books, yeah.
I want to hear that shit. Nigga Kendrick, nigga, listen. Let me just say this. Drake way better. Drake way better. Rapping. Nigga, I know Drake's song. I ain't never heard a nigga in Texas pull up bumping Kendrick shit. Nothing.
Whoa, hold on. We got something to talk about here. What
We
is
need
this?
updated pictures, dog.
Yeah.
All that shit, dog. What is going on? Aw, so pretty.
You have to post them.
Hmm?
What is this going on right here,
You
though?
said I didn't have to post them.
Oh, listen. What is they talking about here? Where Elon's son was saying to Trump, "You're not the president. You need to go away," and then said, "You need to shut your mouth." What the hell, little kid telling?
He said that for real.
Look,
Is to restore democracy. Well, if you don't have a feedback with FX, you would have to, if you sorry, from one year to the next are the same.
Trump said, look, that's you mad, ain't you? What you think about it?
Elon might be running this bitch then. Oh well.
Not oh well. Wow, that's what he said for real?
I want to go look into it.
Mm-mm.
Drake makes music for men who refuse to go to therapy. Changed my mind. I did listen to the album all the way
Oh,
through
you
for the
can
record.
see
I
this.
drove.
Alright guys, thanks for tuning in.